set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau.
Let's go. Check, 42's the mark. Come to
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Alert. Hey, 2.
Cousins now. And that's going to be incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Cousins. And he finds Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Cousins again. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 19-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montravius Adams. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 27 yards. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Rodgers now on 1st down. Unable to find Allen Lazard. Touchdown, Packers! Allen Lazard, 59 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Check 26. Check 26.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there, 1st down, Vikings. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 42. Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Switch up. Switch up.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Play fake. Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook there to make the grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Hey, 88.
Now Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Let's go.
Here's Rodgers. And that's off the mark, incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Jump out.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31.
Check 31. Check.
This is Aaron Jones. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Hold up, because what they're hoping, and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Check 42's the mark. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check.
First down. Here's Cousins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
In your face.
Throwing is Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Put your hand. Ready. Get the ball. Light 42. Marcus. Yellow. Light 42.
Cousins on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Zadarius Smith just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Here we go.
Now Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Watch the slant. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. That one 28 yards on the ground.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ends up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
fans a reminder. I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I'm here. Kill.
Get 300. Get 300.
Mike's by four.
Hey, Charlie.
Rodgers now throwing again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Cousins now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And this is Cook with the ground. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw, Cousins. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, G.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Hey, Alpha. Watch the slats.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, his 2nd sack of the night.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check, 42's the mic. 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Throwing is Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
26. Mike's 54.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here we go on fourth down with Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Here we go, D.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Cousins now. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 40. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On play action, Cousins going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Throwing, Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11.
Move. Hey, Steven.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. Time to go. Night.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Packers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it with Williams. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Check.
They'll go with Jones, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike 42. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Alert flare.
Now a run with Cook. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made by Montrevious Adams. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
That QB's trash. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. A PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check. Watch the edge.
Rodgers now to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Over.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers, that's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Open man is Allison, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Sherrills to return it. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Sherrills. Shedding through the defense. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners
who
had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach? And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that everybody comes into our house. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Lambeau,